So we are talking about organic versus geometric shapes and primary versus secondary colors. And we are going to take our knowledge of those two different categories and we are going to make an abstract piece of art. So as you saw in the examples, abstract art doesn't represent anything directly. So we are going to use different shapes and lines and colors to make a artwork that is more expressive than showing something that is real. So you guys can do this kind of however you want. How you do it does not matter to me, but I do need to see you follow the directions. You can just do that in your own way. So if you are somebody who likes to draw big, or you think you want to spend a lot of time on this art project, you can use a spread. So you will hear me use that word a lot, spread. What I mean by spread is that is like when you open up the pages, it's those two. And you could even pretend that it's one big piece of paper, even though it's not really connected to the same. So like a book, like a picture book, that's how that would work. So with any of these projects, I might say you can make it a spread, and then you can make a larger project. You can use pencil to outline your shapes first. You could use pen, or you could just go in and color those shapes right away using colored pencils or crayons or markers, whatever you have. I think I'm going to do the outlines of my shapes first in pen, and then I'm going to go in and color things. And I'm doing this because it's actually a little bit more challenging to draw the shapes in a pen or pencil and then go back in and color, because you have to think, is this an organic shape, or is this a geometric shape? Then you'll have to know, do I color it in secondary or primary? So I'm going to do it that way. So you can start doing this pretty much however you want. I'm actually going to turn one more page because I can still kind of see my background color right here. That's a bit distracting. So I'll just turn it one more page. You can do the same. So you can start by just drawing shapes. If you are somebody who likes to work really slow and careful, I would say use pencil. But if you're somebody who wants to be a little bit more spontaneous, maybe try pen. It's kind of fun when we make mistakes, especially with abstract art, because there's no really right or wrong answer. However, I can tell when you're just scribbling really and do something really fast versus making something that maybe looks a little bit messy, but I can tell you took your time, okay? So I know the difference. So is this a geometric shape or organic shape? If you said organic, you are correct. So you see I'm kind of keeping these open. I didn't close them all the way. And that's because I think this would be a great spot to do some overlapping. So I'm going to ask that you show at least 4 areas of overlapping on your project. And there's a couple different ways we can do that. The first would be to kind of keep the shape open. Then you can just kind of draw your shape right inside there, and then you can close it if there's some leftover space. And then it looks like that triangle is now in front of this organic shape back here. So that's one way to do it. So let's say I have a nice geometric shape right here, and I want to make an organic shape behind this. So this is what I call the draw, stop, hop, drop method. And here's what I mean by that. So I'll draw, then I'll stop when I reach the line. Now with my pencil or pen, I'll hop over the shape where I want the line to continue again. So stop, hop, and then I drop the pen where I want it to like end. And then I can continue. So draw, stop, hop, drop, draw. That's another way to do it. You could also do it with your pencil. So let's say I have 2 triangles and I want this one to be in front. All I would have to do is erase these lines inside. You also could make some really interesting designs if you draw shapes that are overlapping and then just kind of keep them so that they're not overlap, or they don't look overlapping, those lines are still there. And then you could fill like that center shape with another color. It's another way to do it, but you still have to show at least 4 areas of overlapping. So you can see I have a lot of shapes. So you need to have at least 8 organic shapes, so that's those shapes that we make up, and 8 geometric shapes, so that's those shapes that we already know and can name. Okay, so I definitely did way more. You can definitely do way more too, but you have to have at least 8 of each. So now it's time for us to color. So again, you could use crayons, colored pencils, markers, or you could even use a combination of all of them. I do always say though, if you are ever using marker and crayon together, use the marker first, then the crayon. If you put marker on top of crayon, you'll break your crayons and I'll be very sad. So I'll be sad for you. So don't do that, but you could do marker and then crayon if you want to do some layering. So now we have to color in all of our geometric shapes in what colors? If you said the primary colors, you are correct, and the primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Then we have to color in all of our organic shapes in if you had said secondary colors, you are correct. So the secondary colors are purple, orange, and green. So how you color this in does not matter to me. I know we all have our own ways of doing things. It might be helpful to start with all of the secondary and then all of the primary, or just do one color at a time, but that's totally up to you. So you guys can watch how I did it. So you guys could also decide to make 2 separate drawings. So really what I'm looking to see is that you know the difference between organic and geometric shapes, and you know the difference between primary and secondary colors. So if you can show me that in another way, I'm always open to that. So like you could do only geometric shapes in the primary colors on one side, and then only organic shapes in the secondary colors on the other side. So that's just an option if you would like to do it that way.
So if you feel like you want to add some more expression or more balance or interest to your abstract drawing after you have your shapes, you can use the neutral colors. So the neutral colors are colors like black, brown, gray, tan, white, and you can add expressive lines and details however you see fit for your artwork. If you like just the shapes, you can keep it that way too, but really feel free to take your abstract art in whatever direction feels right to you. So when you are done, take a clear, bright picture of your work and upload it to the assignment under the Week 1 Distance Learning folder called Abstract Shapes. This is due on Thursday by the end of the day. Remember that abstract art can look many different ways, so feel free to add whatever details feel right to you. I hope you have fun. Message me if you have any questions or visit my office hours on Wednesday from 3 to 3:30. I can't wait to see how these turn out. Thanks for watching.